Oh my God, did you know COVID's over and shit? It's like, oh, the CDC no longer recommends universal contact tracing, and now there's going to be case investigations, and mask mandates, federal mask mandates can just be thrown by the wayside because the important people need to go and congregate and talk and deliver a banal 50 some odd minute speech. Imagine that! U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention no longer recommends universal COVID case investigation and contact, no R's, jeez, just two of them in that picture right there. Instead, saying health departments should direct those efforts to specific high-risk settings. Wow, the immunocompromised people and the people that are at high risk of infection, imagine that. It's almost like people have been saying that you should be doing that for 2 fucking years. What's changed, huh? The February 28th update, the CDC guidance, comes nearly 2 years after Robert Redfield, the agency's previous director, told Congress that America needs as many as 100,000 people working as contact tracers to track the spread of the coof. According to CDC, a contact tracer, nailed it, is expected to quickly locate and talk with individuals tested positive for the coof, find out who they've recently been in contact with, and then kicks down the door and pins something on their lapel, and you're not allowed to go outside for another 2 weeks. You know, that policy's all over. Masks are done, and now Joe's gonna move on to something because he realized that the different lockdowns and something else that he said in the State of the Union address. Oh, you start moving towards maybe a different kind of normal going forward, and we got a brand new strategy. Okay, cool, because Omicron wasn't quite the bitch that you anticipated it be, and sucks to suck, I guess. You got to try to resuscitate your party's flailing approval rating before 2022, or before the end of the year. Sorry, we're in 2022 right now. Jesus. Talked about Biden for a half hour, and then my old brain decides it wants to do an impression. But there's a new strategy as the country moves towards a more normal routine. Yup. Until, of course, you know, the aftermath of the elections roll around, and if you guys get enough seats because you think that this fucking long shot effort to harbor some sort of goodwill towards your party, if that doesn't end up panning out, or even if it does, just new lockdowns, because we haven't really relinquished any of our emergency powers or anything like that. Oh, we're just giving you back your freedoms temporarily until the fall and the winter rolls around again, and then it's going to be masks and jabs for everyone, because new vaccines coming out every 100 days for different variants, if we can ever find a scary one again. But let's just briefly touch on this. Like Joe with a kid. President Joe Biden's administration on March 2nd unveiled a rejiggered, God, if this was a couple of decades ago, Biden with a word that has an IGGER in it. It's not normally rejiggered that would be coming out of his mouth. Anyways, coof strategy, he said, would help the country get back to a more normal routine. The 90-page National Coof Preparedness Plan seeks to reduce severe illness while keeping schools and businesses open. Wow, how about I could save you 89 other pages, because in big fucking bold print, government, get the fuck out of the way. Simple as. It includes a test and treat program that would provide antiviral pills to pharmacies. Oh, cool. Just get pills and shit. We're just gonna give everybody a pill bottle. It'll be great. We're gonna make them pay their fair share. I gotta regulate those prices. Fuck off. So yeah, we're just gonna give everybody antiviral pills at pharmacies to treat who test positive for the virus. Funded by Congress. If funded by Congress. It will also expand research at NIH. Of course, give Fauci more money because he's always good for his research. And launch new centers of excellence across the country meant to help people with long COVID. Centers of excellence to help with the coof. Okay, something that'll hopefully be in the rearview mirror in less than a year's time. Okay, cool. This plan lays out the roadmap to help us fight the coof in the future as we move America from a crisis to a time when the coof does not disrupt our daily lives. Something you could have done a year ago, but whatever. You needed to drag out the fear as long as you could, and is something we prevent, protect against, and treat, the White House said. We're not just going to live with COVID because of our work. We are no longer going to let COVID dictate how we live. Yay! Yay! Oh, it's so wonderful and great. What a brave statement. And this would carry a little bit more weight if you weren't, just slightly tweaking the guidances every single fucking chance you got, hopefully under the cover of night. But there's only so much nonsense you can get away with. But too little, too late, fucker. Yeah, during his State of the Union address, he also said that we provide free vaccines, treatments, tests, and masks. Biden said, of course, continuing, this costs money. I will send Congress a request. The vast majority of Americans have used these tools. They want to again. So I expect Congress to pass it quickly. Cool. Pharma's bad for, charging too much for stuff. Only there was a solution that was already on the books that you just needlessly ripped up, but whatever. And then at the other hand, you also want to fund those big pharmaceutical companies to constantly make sure that there's free vaccines, treatments, tests, masks, and pills for everybody. Because I'm on a whole bunch of pills, little ones that I can't describe, and there's one blue one in the middle that just makes me stand up extra straight in the morning. Biden also promised to order more COVID tests to be distributed for free. But here's the spoiler on that one. About half of the 500 million COOF tests that Biden made available in January haven't been claimed. So they're going to expire because I'm pretty sure that they have a shelf life anyways. And who knows about the authenticity of the results that you get on those tests anyways, because it's basically a fucking coin flip. But whatever, they're free and they come from the government, so they got to be good, right? White House COOF coordinator Jeff Zientes told reporters Wednesday that the Department of Health and Human Services, another bastion of truth and honesty, has briefed Congress on the near-term costs of the new COOF plan and is still finalizing the long-term costs to relate in its request to Congress. Pass my rescue plan. It's only $1.9 trillion. Come on, man. Great negotiator, dude. Otherwise, you know what? Hey, instead of waiting on Congress to spend more taxpayer money, you can be like based Florida man Ron DeSantis. You don't have to wear these masks. This is ridiculous. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis calls out COVID theater when encountering masked students because he did something that has bothered me for a very fucking long time. Okay, he addressed it. Okay, he didn't partake in any of the nonsense. This is what he was calling out, and it was fucking awesome. Based Florida man Ron DeSantis hassled a group of college students. Hassled the group. He was like, listen, fuck off, okay? We're just gonna play the video, okay? Screw it, fuck it. It's a Twitter video, so just sorry for the nonsense. Anyways, yeah, you don't have to wear those masks. And he just points to the kids. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not gonna do anything, okay? We gotta stop this COVID theater. So if you want to wear them, fine. But this is ridiculous. Okay, so you could just see the black kid in the back. He's like, yeah, we know. And then one of them's like, yeah, and like he said, it's like you can wear them if you want. And it's like, okay, and one of the kids did, and he just knows it's like, okay, listen, this is retarded. So I got a speech to deliver. So you know what? Hey, if you guys just want to go ahead and you want to fucking try to pillory me for that, we're just gonna get this out of the way to begin with. Because you see that whenever a politician delivers a speech, especially over the past couple of years, depending on whatever Fauci said for the guidelines, which, weird, huh? There was a big political event last night, and Fauci was nowhere to be found. What the fuck's he been up to lately? Haven't heard from him in a minute. Maybe he's delivering masks to the NATO people because they're in such close proximity and we don't want them to get sick. Do social distancing. I'm walking around with my 6-foot pole so everybody stays, socially distanced away from everyone. Fucking waste of space. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis hassled a group of college students for wearing masks when he said he snoozed through President Biden's State of the Union during an appearance in Tampa Wednesday. Video shows the Republican governor instructing University of South Florida students to take off their masks as he walked towards the podium. You don't have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off, DeSantis said. Honestly, it's not going to do anything. We've got to stop this COVID theater. Exactly, okay, because he's not wearing a mask, okay? His number two, whoever he brought up there as well, they're not wearing a mask too. It just always looks like a two-tiered society. It's like the important people up front and then the people in the background. You got to wear your masks because you don't, COVID transmits more when you're closer to the wall behind you. It's like whatever fucking leaps it is. It's like he said, it's fucking theater, dude. You see it everywhere. It's not just politics, okay? Because it's impossible, especially on YouTube, to just scroll through whatever the fuck is going on and whatever the algorithm will bring up. And invariably, for whatever fucking reason, and I'm not even subscribed to any wrestling channels on my fucking personal page, But I always get a fucking wrestling clip, which it makes no fucking sense, okay? And I keep my search history and my viewing history cleaned regularly, so I don't know what's going on. But regardless, you see the two guys that are just, at the play fighting in their underwear across from one another, and then you got the referee wearing a mask. It's like they're all doing the exact same nonsense in the fucking 16 by 16 or 20 by 20 if it's the Fed, but at least the Fed doesn't make their refs wear masks, I don't think. But you get one of those indie clips that's out there, and they're all masked up. It's like the fans in the crowd aren't wearing masks, so it's like based Florida man says. It's theater. It's absolutely theater, and I'm so glad somebody has fucking called it out, and now that many other places have started to tweak their guidances, drop their mandates, stop with their fucking passports of the vaccine variety, and he's calling it like he sees it. Again, he's the choice for 2024 if Trump doesn't run, and even if Trump runs, the number two for Trump, because honestly, it's like, could I anticipate, or could I want anything more, okay, than a rematch in a couple years' time, especially when it comes to the debates between Trump, who will be 78 at the time, but then Joe Biden will also be 82, and it'll be a hard fucking 82, so that'll be hilarious. But then just think about this as well. Oh, and this makes me giddy too. Just think of the vice presidential debate between Ron DeSantis and Kamala Harris. It'll be glorious. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.